Alright, so I was looking at Reddit, first thing I see, Tournament of Power Game Mode Guide. I figure this is accurate and will help players, so I figure why not go over it, just see what it's about, and then see what the reactions are to it. So, it has some awards, meaning if typically posts to have awards are actually like accurate and true and helpful. So let's see. Tournament of Power Game Mode Guide. Forming a team, place 6 characters on this 3x3 and assemble your team for the Tournament of Power. Yes, you should place them like that, 2x2x2 in each, okay. So if you do like the top 3 and then the top 3 again, and then you have that bottom row fully empty, 2 things happen. You can't get certain boosts because they'll be in those other panels and you can't move your character all the way there. You can only move your characters where there's another character available. So this covers more ground essentially and gives you more opportunity for the boost. Okay. Don't forget to select backup members you can switch in. Teams should be selected carefully since they cannot be changed from the duration of the season unless you land on the reformed team space, the yellow circle on the map. You should try and build your teams around the battle bonus characters since each one will increase your battle score by 4%. For this season, I recommend you to build select characters that are from the Rival Universe category, since that is where majority of the boost units are from. But if you don't have that many, I suggest you look through boost units and see which ones you have. There's a total of 9 boost units right now. I agree. Okay, character info. Units will either use a Strike or Blast Arts card, depending on the icon next to their name in the team formation screen. For example, Gogeta's icon indicates he will always use a Strike Arts in battle. You can change this for any unit, be at any point. All you have to do is press the Switch L button and then change the Arts card for the unit. Okay, so obviously if you have more Strike-based unit, make them use Strike. If you have more Blast-based, make them use Blast. Yada yada yada. Special move gauge. Now, you all are probably wondering, what does the yellow bar represent? The yellow bar is your special move gauge. Once it's fully filled, you can use that character's special move. This bar will fill up as you advance towards the boss. There are also placement bonuses that can further increase the bars, so make sure to watch out for that. Yeah, okay, because it'll say like special move up, and it'll be like a yellow thing, so okay, that makes sense, Alright. Tournament of Power abilities. As you guys may or not be aware, characters have special Tournament of Power abilities. It's very important to read your character's abilities since they can help make your time easier in the mode. Characters like Topo, top left image, have a taunting effect that lets him take all attacks for a period of time. We read it. Start a turn / first turn, activate special action / self. Minus 20% damage received for 1 turn. Applies buff effects enemies focus on this character for 1 turn. Applies buff effect. Nullifies attribute downgrade twice. Okay. You can use this ability to focus on green units first. Party formations also extremely important as well since units like Vados, top right image, have additional buffs for teammates according to replacement. Start a turn multi-target. Plus 20% to own blast damage inflicted for 1 turn. Plus 20% to damage inflicted by allied tag, rival universe, or tag god key in range for 1 turn. So I assume the whole top row, if you have 3 in the top row, those other 2 would get it if they are rival universe or god key. Green cards are in this mode. Any unit with some kind of counter will use them. Red Gogeta, Gogeta Blue. When deciding your target order, consider what counters the unit has, your team's majority attack, blast or strike, and which your units will attack first. Okay. So there's unique abilities. I assume it's mostly just for the boost units of that season, but I guess we'll find out next season, right? Tournament of Power Game Mode, layout bonuses. Depending on where you place your characters, you can gain additional buffs that will help you in battle. I will use Gogeta in the image above as an example. As you can see, because I placed the Gogeta in the top left slot, he'll be able to perform his special move since his special move gauge is well above 60%. Place your characters according to where their bonuses are. Yeah, try to do that. It's tedious, but place the bonuses for the characters and vice versa. Recovery spaces. These spaces will recover a certain amount of health for all characters on your team. You should aim to land on these spaces when your character is low health, since defeated characters cannot recover after battle. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Or on recovery spaces. These spaces let you swap the members of your team with other characters in your possession. They'll also revive defeated characters and balance out the health of your team members. Consider the spaces waiting ahead and reform your team. So let's say new units come out, just like this Revival Goku and Hit. They're also bonus characters. Well, oh sugar, what will you do? You pulled Hit and Revival Goku. You can swap out, let's say, EX Krillin. Or something. Just some character that's not really ideal bonus or just ideal for the setup. Well, you land on the reform team spaces, and then you could swap them out and revive your dead allies. Obviously, the reform one's better. It's a lot less common. I know myself personally, I just beat that first boss, whatever it is. So, right now, I can't find any more reform spaces. There's only healing spaces. So, try to get those, at least one of them. I know it'll fuck up your score, but in the end, I do think it'll benefit more than it'll hurt, because if you do have the new units and then you swap them in instead of using your old units, it probably will enhance your score at the end. Choosing a space. Select the space in front of you and move to it. Moving consumes tournament power participation, TP. Depending on the space you land on, you'll either battle, recover health, or be able to change your team composition. The health you lose during battle will carry over to the next fight. The number of fists on the enemy is equal to the difficulty of the enemy, 1 being easy, 2 being slightly difficult. Carefully consider how your team is doing before moving ahead in pursuit of the boss. Losing a battle will result in being sent 2 spaces back from where you lost. Yeah, you don't want to lose, because you'll really screw over your points, so try to be conservative. Battle rules. Battles use an automatic system with a total of 4 turns. Characters with the highest key recovery speed attack first. Oh, really? Okay. Defeat all enemy characters or deal the most damage to win. For your team only, Rising Rush will activate at the end of the 4th turn. In the images above, you can see that Valos is attacking first, since she has the highest key recovery on the team, whereas Android 18 is attacking last because she has the lowest. To see your key recovery speed buffs, press the button next to the filter button. Buff effects can have an effect on key recovery speed as well. Okay, so the attack order is by key. Okay, that's interesting. Nobody knew that, I'm assuming, because no one's able to test this shit. That's interesting to know. It doesn't really matter to you. Okay, none of this really plays any effect because it's only up to the 2 fists. If we had the 5 fist and people are going for like a flawless perfect run type of thing, yeah, this will matter more, but this is just preliminary, and honestly, it's up to change because it is a preseason. Tournament Power Equipments. There are specific equipments for the Tournament Power mode. Equipments can be purchased in the Rare Metal Shop. Be sure to read the equipment before purchasing. Equips have specific conditions on them. If you already made your team and started the game mode, you won't be able to equip your units with equipment unless you land on the Reform Team Spaces spot. Alright, let's see what people are saying. I think this informative, but I don't think it's necessarily something you need to like delve into and be like, oh, I have to look at their key recovery, I have to look at the placements particularly. Like, it's just preliminary, this whole thing right now. There is one thing we know in order of which attack is sort by key recovery and which order damage is taken. There'll be a time when AI do special, we don't want to get hit, it's like disadvantage there. Yeah, that's true. It's probably some other arbitrary number that's not even like out in game, so we probably don't know what causes us to get hit, but it's probably just something they haven't disclosed. Thanks for that. For fun, is it possible to change your placement of battle members during battle? Yes, you can swap them around. Thanks. I mean, there's nothing really. I don't know. I appreciate the guide from this guy, Gohad. That's his name, right? Gohad, whatever. But it's not necessary or needed at the current moment. I would say the next real season, which is the first season, this will be more useful or might even be inaccurate with the changes they make. But essentially what you're getting from this is make sure you put your units like this. If there's new units, make sure you at least try to land on 14 spaces if you pulled them, so you can get more points at the end. And key recovery determines your attacking units order. highest to lowest, and then some units, I assume it's just boost units, have unique abilities for said mode whenever they are boost units. That's all I really got from this guide. The rest kind of generic basic knowledge you could see in game, but some of it obviously you cannot. But yeah, that's just a little Tournament of Power game mode guide from Reddit. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.